this could be a setback if we don't watch it for female hip hop. Go back a couple of months ago. They were trying to create this big old Nicki versus Cardi, Cardi versus Nicki thing. Both ladies addressed it. I thought they addressed it with class and dignity when they both said, you know what, I don't have beef with her. Then the next thing you know, the Motorsport song comes out. There's issues with the Motorsport song. Supposedly, Nicki wrote a verse that offended Cardi. Cardi made the label change it. They went to do the video. Nicki and Cardi didn't film not one scene together. It felt like Cardi's verse was complete slugs at Nicki. Nicki's verse kind of seemed like she was chastising Cardi for slugging her in her verses, even though Nicki wrote her verse first. Reportedly wrote her verse first. Fast forward, some more stuff pop off. Cardi gets pregnant, more stuff popping off, and I'm not dwell into those things, delve into those things, you guys, and that's only because it's so much. This has been going on like a year or so it's nothing new, but everybody have been watching it. You've heard accusations of labels still doing payola to push music. You've heard accusations of people creating false accounts to use the internet as a weapon, saying derogatory things on both sides. You've heard so much, but we still haven't heard what's the real problem. What Cardi is saying now, the real problem came to a head for her based on something that Nicki liked on Twitter. The tweet was to the effect of, people don't understand why Cardi is around a pedophile or something like that, and she should watch out for her daughter or something like that. It was something really, it was trivial, but Nicki Minaj liked the tweet, and because of that, it got back to See, this is the thing. Each team is looking out for the best interest of their artists. So when you see negative stuff that one camp has said about the other, sometimes those camps create issues that they'll make a molehill into a mountain. And that's what I feel happened with this. If you guys did not know, the easiest way for them to play on this was the fact that a couple of weeks ago, maybe even a month ago, Nicki was beefing with Travis Scott over record sales when it came to the Astroworld album being number 1 and she was number 2, and she spazzed out, oh, if it wasn't for Kylie and your baby Stormy, nobody would be checking for y'all selling stuff, it's not right, the numbers are wrong. And then when the numbers came out, Nicki was number 2. She started spazzing on fans. People were asking, is she having this melt? Is she melting down? Like, what is she doing? So in the midst of that, Cardi B has her baby Culture. Shout out to Cardi B and Offset for their baby Culture. From what I heard, she's a beautiful little girl too. She's a pretty baby. There have been no full face pictures of young Culture released to the industry. However, a lot of people that have seen Culture say she's a very beautiful little girl. So shout out to Cardi B for having baby Culture. But after Cardi had Culture, there were a couple of things that came up that were kind of questionable with Cardi, but they were all personal. It was a racy video that leaked when she made her 6 weeks. Her and Offset was in a car. Yeah. There was that video. Then there was the picture of her completely naked. She didn't show anything except for her ass. They got mad at that. So it's been a lot of stuff going on. But in the last week, about a week or so ago, Cardi B actually had an altercation with 2 strippers in New York. Not 2 strippers, I'm sorry, 2 bartenders that worked at a strip club in New York. Now, sources are saying Cardi started the fight, instigated the fight, and commanded her team to beat these girls' asses. Cardi's team is saying, no, that never happened. Cardi never jumped up. She never did anything. But there is video surfacing and floating of Cardi going off on Offset because supposedly one of the bartenders is his side chick. So if you'll notice, both ladies have their own personal things going on with them. You know, everybody know with the pedophile thing with Nicki Minaj's brother. So Cardi B has somebody they say is facing charges for sexual assault, sexual battery, whatever it is. And of course, because he or she, I don't know who the person is, they're on Cardi's team. Then when Nicki liked that tweet, it kind of looked like, well, maybe you agree that she shouldn't have her baby around this person. So I think what happened is somewhere between Cardi getting ready for that bazaar party and Nicki actually arriving to the bazaar party, somebody romped and pumped that up. Now, there's one problem I have with all of this, why I said it's a setback. Not just for female hip hop, but it's a setback for black women in a lot of ways. Because you guys got to realize something. You have Nicki Minaj in a ball gown, full-length gown. You have Cardi B coming in a gown. They're walking. You have your soft jazz music playing. You have the who's who of the fashion industry there, the who's who of the music industry, the who's who financial, who's who banking. I mean, you have the who's who in the building. And, you know, as blacks, it has been very hard for us to even get into the building, let alone get an invitation to the building. I mean, let's keep it real. Probably took Puff 10, 15 years to get in there, and he only been going for 10 years. I mean, I'm just saying, you know, and Puff been in this game a minute. So, and that's not saying that about Puff. I'm just saying as an example, you know, it took a lot of these OGs, let's go to that word, like your Puffs and your Jay-Z's, even Beyonce, you know, they didn't just invite those people straight off. Oh, let's invite Beyonce. Oh, let's invite Nicki and Cardi. No, they didn't do that. That was done because everybody got a quota. Let's keep it real. Everybody have a quota. So you guys have walked into this party. Nicki's trying to pop it up with the paparazzi, taking her pictures and stuff. Cardi comes in full force. Bitch, don't be saying nothing about my baby. Don't be liking no pictures about my baby. Now, while all this is going on, you have people stopping and just looking like, what is going on? What is all that ruckus and commotion? You get where I'm going with this, y'all? Fast forward, Nicki in the corner. They can say what they want. She in the corner for a reason. Nicki was protecting her brand. If you care about your brand, you're not finna pop off in the middle of New York Fashion Week, Harper's Bazaar launch party. Doesn't happen. Sorry. Any publicist, any manager, any A&R, any producer, any artist, anybody associated with fashion and music will tell you that is the last place you want to pop off is at a major event like that. But oh, Miss Cardi couldn't help herself. She running, acting like a wild banshee, acting a fool, taking her shoes off, chunking it at people. And then to add insults and I can't even get it out. To add insults and injury, Lord Jesus. She starts screaming in the middle of Harper's Bazaar at Nicki Minaj. You a pussy. You a pussy. In the middle of a launch party for New York Fashion Week. I'm going to let that marinate for y'all for just a couple of seconds. Let me give y'all the background. Let me tell y'all what was going on. They were upstairs doing that because the way the place was made, you had people down in the lower part because you could kind of see it. It was like an open area. It was almost like a courtyard they were in. And they were at the top of the courtyard almost, if they can give you a good explanation if you haven't seen the video, because it's viral. It's viral. Cardi B dress torn all off of her ass hanging out. I mean, Nicki ass was just out a couple of days ago. Actually, the night before, you know, looking like a whatever. And here come Cardi showing her naked ass to all these people. I'm talking about elites, the upper echelon, screaming, hurling shoes, acting a fool. Like they say black women are known to act. But shout out to Nicki Minaj. Shout out to you, Nicki. I'm not a big Nicki fan. Let me just put that out there. Let me put it out there. I'm not. I love her music. I'm not a big fan of Nicki, though. You know, I listen to everybody. I'm not a person that follows Nicki on any social media. She's not paying me to do this. I have my own female artists I'm working with. So what I say is neither here nor there, but I will say this. She named her latest album Queen, and she conducted herself like a true queen. Because in the midst of all of that, y'all notice I said nothing that Nicki said, did I? Because Nicki only told that girl one thing. I'm over here. She didn't even understand what Nicki was telling her. Nicki wasn't telling her that I'm over here, come fight me. She was saying, I'm over here. Do you realize where we're at? Do you realize how much money? You saying you make money moves? You see how much money is in this building? You just lost money, boo. Wasn't no money moves made what Cardi did. That's how you lose endorsements, sponsorships, and everything else. And then people wonder why Cardi gets labeled as ratchet or ghetto or this or that. Your actions speak louder than your words, and your words was loud that night, boo. Loud. Cardi came in the game, the underdog. You was on the poles. You were on the poles in a strip club. Made your way to a very successful chain, Love and Hip Hop. Got on there, finessed yourself a bag, and ended up becoming one of the biggest female hip hop artists of 2017. Let's keep it real. And then you turn around after having a daughter. After having a daughter, what kind of example is that? I would never let my daughter see that if I was Cardi. And you know you can't hide it. It's the internet days, baby. It wasn't like in the 90s or the 80s when you did shit. Early 2000s, nobody really knew about it. Social media has made that travel all over the world. People who don't even know who Cardi is probably have seen that video of her ass hanging out in a beautiful red dress. That's a sad thing. Actually, I'm not a big fan of those poofy, ruffly dresses, but I actually liked what she had on that night. She came in looking like she was being presented as royalty. Only to go in there and start screaming, don't like no pictures by my baby. Don't like shit by my baby. Don't like my daughter. Don't like... I could go on and on and on and on and on. But I will end with this. Everybody wearing a crown, they not meant to wear it. Some people just dragging it. I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Listen, Linda, listen. Look. I'm not trying to step on toes. I'm just telling it like it T.I. is. Everybody that's wearing a crown, not meant to wear it. I'm sorry. And when you get to a certain level in your career, you know better and you do better. When you get a certain age, you know better and you do better. So I'm ending with this, and then we're going to close it out. Lil Da Vinci dragging it, because motherfuckers dragging it. Cardi, when you know better, you do better. I thank y'all for rocking with me. I thank y'all for listening. Be on the lookout. I got a new one coming after this one. It's your girl, the Robin H. Music Monday. Let's get it, y'all. I don't even know how to close this. I'm serious, y'all. This first one, I don't know how to close. I just give up. Female hip hop We bringing it back, though. We gonna show y'all classy. All right, y'all. It's the girl that Robin.